Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good evening, wherever you are. We actually do have Nigerian and Ghanaian users, and we are all over the world. I hope everyone can hear me clearly, though. Please, if you can't hear me, just give a thumbs up emoji, and then whatever the challenge is, we'll help fix it for you, okay? So I'm really, really excited that you could make it for this session. Everyone is excited, and so we are hoping that you get to learn a lot about what negotiation is about. I personally, I am also going to listen to your questions and do my best to assist in answering them. I have my colleagues also in the background. Do feel free. You can put your questions in the chat. They will look at it and then they will draw my attention to it. And so everyone, welcome aboard. We are expecting a lot of people joining the call. And so as the presentation is going on, feel free, go ahead and introduce your business as well so that everyone will get to know you more. And who knows, you will find, you can find a customer even on this particular platform. Because we have users in Nigeria who are on the call, we have users in Ghana who are on the call, some in South Africa and all. And if ever you've been thinking about how to get a network or a contact, now is the time to actually leverage on this platform to do so. And so invite your friends, invite your family members who this could benefit so that they can all be on the same call with you and share. This is free, no one is paying for it. They will tell you that you've actually done something for them this year. And you would also have a bragging right and tell them that never say I never did anything for you. Are we okay? Okay, so I hope everyone can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen right now. Can everyone see? Please give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, Anita can see, Rebecca can see, Abigail, Richard, good, JC, Ofusua, great. So everyone, as I said, do feel free to invite your friends. They are not going to pay for it. And so let them have this as a learning gift from you. Now, we've all been talking about negotiation. You know, as a business owner, you get to a point where you really have to negotiate your way with the client. And sometimes it is tough negotiating with customers. But it is also likely that you don't really understand what negotiation is all about. But I just want to get a sense from you. How many of you have never negotiated before? If you are on this platform, please give me a thumbs up just to let me know that you've never negotiated in business before. In the business that you have, how many of you on this particular platform have never negotiated before? Did I see a hands up? I saw someone's hands up and it dropped quickly. Okay, Ofosua, we have Obatampa Naturals. Okay. That's very interesting though. But I'm really, looking forward to see if, once this presentation proceeds, if you would actually rethink and reconsider the answer that you have provided. Okay, so now let's now see by hands, by thumbs up. How many of you on this platform have negotiated on your business before? Rebecca. We had 4 people saying that they've never negotiated before. So basically, everyone else on this platform should have negotiated before. Okay, but I saw only 2. This session is going to be interactive, as I said. So do feel free, make your notes, and then let's go. Okay. Now, when we are talking about negotiation, it's a big word, but it's something that we do all the time. Okay, let's now start. What is negotiation? Look, every discussion that is aimed at reaching an agreement is negotiation. And in business, it happens more than often. when you're talking to your customers, when you're talking to your suppliers, when you're even talking to your team members or your employees, if you're a business owner and then you have employees. Any conversation that you have with them to reach an agreement is called negotiation. Okay, it's all about finding a solution that makes everyone as happy as possible. All right, and when what people think negotiation is, it's like, yeah, it's time to rumble. No, negotiation is not a battle royale or a way to squeeze the most money out of your customers. Okay, it's a conversation between one person and another to arrive at a simple agreement that, okay, let's all do this. Parents do that all the time with their kids. For instance, if a kid, okay, is in town with their mother and they see an ice cream, and they scream out to the mother that they want this ice cream, the mother can decide to go that, okay, I will only get this ice cream for you if you promise to do your homework the minute we get home. The minute the kid says, okay, this is a good deal, I'll go for it. Okay, the mother goes ahead, buys the ice cream for the kid, and the kid gets the ice cream. And then later in the day, the kid goes ahead to do their homework without the constant supervision of the mother. So in this case, both the kid and the mother wins. That is simple negotiation. It happens in our homes even. Okay, and you could even find the oldest negotiation in a good book, that is between God and Abraham about Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, even God says that, come now and let's reason together. So you realize that from every sphere, everything that we are actually doing in life, it's all about negotiation. And then you'll find out about that once we are going down the line. Okay, so don't think that negotiation is only something that happens in business. It happens in our personal life and it happens in our business life as well. Are we on the same page here? Okay, good. So when you are working towards negotiation, you are building a roadmap to acquire a customer. Okay, and so it becomes a process of discovery. Why I say negotiation is a process of discovery is that you get to know who you are talking to more, who you are having that conversation with, who you are engaging with. And then you get to understand where they are coming from, what makes them tick, what they are looking for, and what they want to get at the end of that particular conversation with you, even if it is a customer or it's a supplier. Now, these are the building blocks of negotiation. We'll get to the point where you will get to understand how to make every negotiation the same as a business owner so that you can get the desired results that you want. Okay, good. So with this, when you're engaging someone, you're building a roadmap to understand that particular person that you're talking to. Okay, and so for those business owners who start negotiating with people and say, okay, this shoe is maybe, this shoe is 300 Ghana cedi. It is Italian leather. Can you buy it? They are not negotiating. It is not called negotiation. Hi, if you join, please do mute so that we can have a good feedback on this, okay? Thank you. So when you are doing that as a business owner, you are not negotiating. You're actually putting a position down and it's a take it or a little bit situation. So the goal is to uncover more information as much as possible when you are negotiating, okay? It is not right to focus on price the minute you start negotiating with people. Find out why they are interested in what they want to buy. Find out how best you can tweak the conversation away from price to value. We will get to all of this along the line, okay? So when you are coming to negotiate, do not base everything on price. It is a narrow thinking and it can be the case of death for your business if that is where you want to go. So please and please and please, do not do that. Okay, good. Now, you might be thinking, people have been talking about the fact that if negotiation is like a psychology thing, you need to read people's mind and all of that, if it's a science and all of that. Negotiation is both a science and an art, okay? After all of this, we will now delve down into the meat proper. It's a science and it's also an art at the same time, okay? Because you need to learn it to understand why it takes 3 or 4 or 5 no's to get a yes, okay? To know that negotiation is not a battle of arguments, to avoid becoming overwhelmed by the voices in your head. And so negotiation is a process of discovery. When something is called a process of discovery, it means that it follows a scientific process. And in science, you need to observe something, you need to question it, you need to hypothesize it, and you need to experiment it to find out if it works, okay? Negotiation follows the same process. You observe what the customer wants, you question and ask what they need, you listen to them and give hypothesis. Okay, maybe this could work for you, maybe that could work for you, and all of that. And then the customer tries it on to see if this actually works, and before they make a purchase. And so you need to commit to negotiation as a business owner. Look, a lot of business owners that I've spoken to decide to actually hire people as salespeople to go and sell their products. They go like, okay, me, I am not really good with talking to people. My strength lies in production. My strength lies in manufacturing. I have the business idea. Okay, my strength lies in finance. So I'll just look for someone, hire the person, and the person goes ahead to become the sales manager to sell my product. What I tell people like that is that they are shortchanging themselves, because in business, you need to build that connection with people, with customers that come. And so the minute you hire someone to become your sales manager, managing everything along the line for you, you lose touch with people, you lose touch with your customers. And then you don't get to understand the psyche and demographic of your customers. And so as a business owner, involve yourself in negotiation. Don't get overwhelmed by the negotiation process and give in easily. Okay, commit to the science and art of it. Okay, it's an art because you need the ability to withstand conversation with people and social engineering. Okay, so with all of this out of the way, let's now get straight down to business. The reason why you are here, how to use negotiation to win in business. Okay, good. So now, making every negotiation the same is what helps you to get to the step where you can win in business. As I said, negotiation is a language of conversation and rapport. In certain parts of the in the world, that's in Arab, when they're actually going to do business, they invite you into their home, they cook food for you, you sit down, you eat, and all of that. They converse, and then after that, they go straight down to business. Okay, and in our world, negotiation is more of like face-to-face, business as usual. Everyone does their business and then they go. But one of the cardinal ways of actually making sure your customer likes you after negotiating with you is making sure that you build rapport with them. Okay, the best negotiating stance is not a single-minded emphasis on customer satisfaction, but a concentration on problem solving that seeks to satisfy both of you. And so you make sure that you converse to reach a point where you solve a problem together. Okay, so you need to also be prepared when you're going for a negotiation. As a business owner, you should be ready all the time. A customer might call you in the need of a particular product. You need to be prepared to negotiate with them. And then you also need to get ready with the skills that you have to be ready for surprises. And so please and please and please, the key thing about making sure you succeed in negotiation is having the right frame of mind and being prepared for the negotiation. Do not play to the gallery that you don't like talking too much as a business owner. You don't like talking about price or value with customers too much. And so you are not ready to have a conversation with some people. Then this is the price of my product. If you don't like it, then leave. Please, please, please. You need to be prepared for negotiation, okay? Now, one of the great things that you can do is to transfer emotions of certainty. Anytime a customer comes to buy from you, the minute they come to buy from you, what is in their mind is they are not sure if your product is going to satisfy what they need, okay? And so they have a lot of doubt. They have a lot of uncertainty. They have a lot of question, okay, that they are asking in their head. They are doubting if I made the right decision to have come to you asking to buy something from you or not. And so it is something that every customer has when they're coming to you for the first time. In this case, it raises the stakes of the negotiation. And so the customer is interested in reducing their uncertainty. Now, it is your job to reduce that doubt, that uncertainty. And you have to draw them away from the level that they are, which is 1, to your end of certainty, which is 10. Okay? And so the minute you start to open your mouth to negotiate with a customer, the minute you start to say a word, your voice, your tonality, your gesture, your words, all goes to affect the certainty or raises it for the customer. The minute your word goes like, I think this is ideal for you, my brother, my sister, business owner, you have killed the deal. Every word that comes out of your mouth when you're negotiating should be strategic enough to make sure that the certainty level of that particular customer raises from 1 to 10. Do not use words like, I think, maybe, I see. Do not use words like that. Make sure that you communicate confidence and certainty. And so you are drawing the customer from point 1 of not sure, and that maybe your product is the worst piece of shit, to this product rocks. This product is dope. This is what I need. This is what I've been looking for. Pardon my French. But make sure your voice contains the confidence that you need. Your tonality is deep. Your gesture is perfect, and your wording is on point. And so if you have never sat down to role play how to develop words that goes ahead to reinforce confidence for your product, now is the time. And we in OZÉ are interested to helping you to sit down to develop words like that or sentences like that that goes to communicate your value proposition or the product. So download the app right now and communicate to Coach, okay? We will be excited to talk to you on how to do that. Transfer of emotions is very necessary. Most of you here, I believe, may have even spoken to people that you wanted to buy stuff from or you solicited their services. But per the conversation that you had with them on phone or even face-to-face, you get the inclination that they are not the right fit for the job. Am I wrong? Hello?
Hello.
Okay. I'm glad everyone can hear me. So you get a sense that they are not the right fit for the job because they did not communicate that certainty that they can do the job for you or that their product is the right fit for you, right? And so customers are very sensitive like that. They can perceive it if you yourself are not sure about the products that you're selling to them. And so that even goes ahead to deflate their certainty. If it's on 1, it will run down to negative and they will leave you. So please and please and please transfer emotions of certainty to your customer, okay? Whenever you're communicating to them, let them know that you know what you're talking about. That gives you, that actually makes you an expert, a consultant to them. And so they are much more comfortable asking follow-up questions and getting more educated, okay? So at the end of it all, one of the cardinal objectives of negotiation is to enlighten the person that you're talking to or the customer that you're dealing with, okay? about the products that they themselves want to get, but what they don't know about a particular product. Are we here?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Great. So let's go to the next part. This is what is very interesting too to me. It's called the waterline of negotiation. Okay. When you are talking to a customer for the first time, okay, you can see the blue, water color stuff with fishes in there and all of that. And then above it is the area where you can breathe. So under the water, you can breathe. Most negotiations start beneath the waterline, which means that you are engaging the customer, you are explaining what the product can do, you're telling the value of the product and how much it's going to cost. And all that you keep hearing is no, right? And sometimes in cases like this, a lot of business owners just give up on a customer and walk away. Never, ever walk away on a negotiation. Never say no, okay? Make the customer actually feel bad for not buying from you, all right? And so whilst you are having that conversation with the customer and talking to the customer about the value that your product or your service offers, you might not see it that the no that a person is actually saying is reducing intensity. And so the conversation starts from where the green icon starts from, okay? Where the green icon starts from, and then under the water, and it's rising. But because you're having that conversation with that particular customer, you are not seeing that you're making progress enough, okay? You're not seeing that you're making progress enough until it comes up and then realize that the customer says yes. And so most of the time, what no actually means is that I am not certain. That is why it is very, very key to actually go ahead and transfer the certainty of customers. In OZÉ, we do have different paid packages of tools in there, of functions in there, which is bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Most of the time, we get users subscribing to silver, and they realize that the silver is okay for them. But we realize some of them actually generate more than 25 receipts. And so we explain the value proposition to them about going for gold. Okay, we talked to them about it, that the value of silver is 10 cedis and the value of gold is 50 cedis. And so they should go for gold since they have employees to help them to actually enter transactions on their behalf and generate unlimited receipts. Most of the time, we get no from our users who are already on silver, convincing them to go for gold. But eventually, when we keep talking to them and explaining that this is the value you will get if you're on gold, it's actually going to help your business. It's going to allow you to have enough time to do other things as a business owner. It's going to give you the functionality to generate unlimited receipts without any quota. They come around and go like, okay, let me give this a try. Let me try it. And that is the yes that you should be seeking for as a business owner. And so when you're having a conversation with someone, when you're engaging people or talking to them, do not walk away from that conversation. Most times they are not certain. And so it is important to craft a value proposition for that particular customer and get that customer to say yes eventually. And so most of the negotiations that you have as a business owner will be beneath the waterline. Okay, it will be beneath the waterline, but it does not mean that you're not making progress. Okay. Have you ever had that, scenario where you explain to someone to buy your products and the person said no, and a few weeks later or a few months later, the person comes back to you? May I see some thumbs up if that has ever happened to you before? Okay, we have two people who have indicated that that has happened to them before. I can imagine that during that particular time that you're having that conversation, you nearly go frustrated. And if you don't actually have that patience, you'll think that the customer is not serious. Most of the time, they are not certain. And so a no today does not necessarily mean a no forever. It could be a yes. And as you're educating that particular customer about your products, look, you're actually creating a disciple. Okay, because in the future, when that particular customer meets a friend or a family member who is interested in that same product, they can refer your business to that particular friend or family member. Okay, and so please and please and please do not walk away from a negotiation. Okay, this is why great negotiators actually know that it takes 3 or 4 or 5 no's to get a yes. Okay, so do not get frustrated when you're negotiating and you are not seeing any feedback, but in time you will. All right, let's go to the next bit. Now, this is a very key one that I would like everyone to pay attention to. Sometimes you get customers that are engaging you, okay? And those customers that you're talking to, you realize that the conversation can take a turn. It can digress, okay? It can go to maybe the football that they watch. Maybe, well, I don't watch much of football, but my boss, Dave Eminent, is a football fan. And so he would be the best person to relate about Arsenal and all of that. You sometimes get customers just diverting quickly, talking about football, about how Arsenal, lost the match the other day and all. That takes away the focus of the conversation. Okay, so in negotiation, that is bound to happen. It is bound to happen, but it is important to stay in control, to get the customer's attention and stay in control. And so you make sure that the conversation do not go outside the line of attention. If it is maybe football, a few seconds, you bring it back, okay? You bring the conversation back to the negotiation table to keep it from digressing, okay? And the trick to be able to do that is to keep your cool, pay attention to the customer, okay, or tone, and wait patiently for a calm moment to bring the conversation back to the negotiation table. So please and please do not waste time when it comes to negotiation, because time in negotiation is money. Okay, it is money. That is very, very important. And it is also communicating to the customer that you are very serious about your business. You are serious about making sure that the customer gets what they need quickly as much as possible so that they leave. So keep the negotiation in the parameters of the conversation. Are we all here? Keep it within the parameters of the conversation. Do not digress. Do not go beyond the focus of the conversation. Please keep it within the parameters of the conversation. Okay. Now, one of the other things too that can help you as a negotiator in business is mirroring. When you're talking about mirroring, people think maybe you take a mirror and then you look at it and then you say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? No. Mirroring in negotiation talks about that kind of psychology that people think works all the time. No, it's just simple stuff. It's called mirroring. It's just simple stuff. When you repeat the last words or critical ones that someone has said, when you're having negotiation for them, let's say, for instance, someone comes to tell you that they are looking for a shoe to buy, okay? Maybe you sell shoes and the person comes and says, I need some shoe to buy, you know. So what kind of shoe can I get? Then you ask the last critical words. You want a shoe to buy? The person goes ahead to instinctively give you more information. Oh yeah, I need a shoe to buy for work, or I need a shoe to buy for a wedding that is coming up, or I need a shoe to buy for maybe an event that is coming up. And so you get a sense of what the person needs the shoe for. As I said, when I started, negotiation is about conversation to uncover
more information. And so mirroring is actually the tool that people use to amass a wealth of information about what someone actually needs, so that they will give the best fit product to the person or the best fit service to the person. Okay, it is different from the person coming to say that, okay, I want a shoe to buy. Then you start pointing to the person. Okay, I have this shoe, it costs $350. I have that shoe, it costs $400. If the person's intention of buying a shoe is not for a very important event or a very important occasion, the first thing that the person will say, why are your things too expensive? What, your things are so expensive, why? Now, that is not a great way to start a negotiation conversation. But the best way to start a negotiation conversation is by asking, mirroring the person, by repeating the last three words or the critical ones that the person said. You want a shoe to buy? The person instinctively, it is human nature to want to give more information. And as a business owner, you need that information to act as a consultant to provide the best fit product to the person. So when you ask that particular question, you pause to get a reaction. The minute you pause, you realize that it opens up and the person has to give you more information for that. Okay, when a person also, you can copy some of the gestures of the person as a way to bond. Okay, as a way to bond and insinuate similarities. So when we're talking about insinuating similarities, we mean figuring out the things that make you and the person, have certain things in common. Okay, you can just, whilst the person is talking to you about it, okay, I'm going for a wedding, so I need a shoe. You go like, hey, wedding, I went for some the last time and it was good. What kind of shoe works for you? Okay, so you go ahead and then you build a certain kind of similarity, a certain bonding with that particular person. Okay, so that through that first encounter, the person begins to see you as a friend. And then the person relaxes and engages you. And when that even happens, you get to realize that the person and you have a lot in common, and the person doesn't even realize they're spending a lot of time giving you more information about the product that they need, and then you're in the best position to actually help. Okay, so please repeat the last three words, mirror the person, get more information, take your time, don't be in a hurry, let a person relax. If you've noticed, the Zamara people that sell cloth and fabric around, they take their time when they're having conversation with their customers. They are not in a hurry. Okay, they ask more questions before they sell a fabric to you. And so let's take a thing or two from them. Okay, now avoid these cardinal crimes when you are negotiating with somebody. I beg you, avoid it. Avoid yes or no questions. It kills negotiation one time. Avoid yes or no questions. Because the minute you ask yes or no questions, and you're expecting the customer to say yes, but you get a no, it keeps the two of you on opposite sides of the negotiation table. Okay, it keeps the two of you at, opposite ends. And negotiation is a conversation to build rapport so that everyone gets what they need or want and lives happily ever after. Snow White. So please avoid asking yes or no questions. Like, do you have 100 CDs? Do you know what you want? Are you comfortable with this price? Of course, the customer is going to say yes or no to these kinds of questions. Instead, frame the question in such a way that it invites the customer to participate, to search for solutions that are much more likely or that they actually want. Okay, and then when you invite customers to search for solutions that are much more likely to wind up a deal for them. Okay, so please, rather, you can ask questions like, tell me a bit about what you need for me to find the best fit. Okay, so the minute you get a call, okay, from someone, try to find out what they need that particular product for. Don't go ahead and start giving a product, because there are different types, it's cause that. What do you need a product for? When I call, or when my colleagues also call users to upgrade them to gold or platinum, before we do that, we ask the question, could you tell me a little bit about your business so that I can understand to find out if gold or platinum is the best fit for your business? Okay, so with that, we are getting a conversation. We are building that rapport and trying to understand the user so that we can actually present or offer a solution that is best for them. Okay, and so please, no matter where you are, no matter what you are doing, do not ask yes or no questions in negotiation. Avoid that. Please, please, please avoid that. Engage the person in a conversation. That person is not your enemy. And so take your time and ask questions, okay? Now, when you are doing negotiation, your frame of mind is key. It's key because when you're having a very terrible frame of mind, you actually are going to lose out in the negotiation stage. So taking time may seem crazy to you as a business owner who have learned that time is money. Every business owner thinks time is money. That is fair, that is fine. But in negotiation, not taking time is money. Does that communicate? Every business owner has learned that time is money. But in a negotiation, not taking time is money. Because you can actually lose out not selling to that particular customer because you didn't have time, because you were in a hurry. And so you didn't understand what the customer needed. And if that particular customer leaves, okay, they can go and give bad press on you. They can give very terrible reviews about your business. And so take your time when you're negotiating, understand the customer, and then explain your value proposition to them. Okay, manage your state of mind. Look, we have encountered a lot of business owners who were very rude. I believe you have to. And then sometimes you want to know why this business owner was like that. Okay, why this business owner was like that to you. I believe you never went back to that particular business owner because you didn't like how they spoke to you, how they treated you, because you were trying to negotiate for a price reduction. Okay, so as a business owner, your attitude towards customers is your brand proposition. And so it is important to be in a perfect state of mind, okay, in a perfect state of mind to explain things to the customer. Because you never know, your $1 million sales probably is right in front of you and you're having a conversation. We've had cases where we've spoken to customers and then they actually end up going for higher packages like platinum. That is 1 year. Okay, 1 year platinum, which is the highest package. And so having conversations with your customer, even if they are angry about something, it is important to be in the right frame of mind. Okay, and if you are in haste as a business owner, one of the things that you actually do is that you tend to actually concede quickly in the negotiation. Because your customer can sense that you are in a hurry, they will actually try to stall and frustrate every conversation that they have with you, hoping that you'll concede quickly. And customers can sense that, okay? So when you're negotiating with your customers, this is one of the things that you should not do. If the product, you actually intend selling it, okay, for 500 cedis, and you put a premium on it, even after selling for 500 cedis, you still make a profit, but you go ahead to put a premium on it. and sell it for, and say you are selling it for 600 cedis. And the customer comes, because you are in a hurry and not in the right frame of mind, you can quickly drop the price to maybe 550, and then you just want the customer to leave or something like that. And then you sell it for 500 cedis. So you drop the price down to 500, from 600 to 550, then from 550 to 500. You're actually making a mistake by doing that. It is important to concede slowly in business. And this is how to do it. When you put a price at 600, though you intend to sell it at 500, you reduce the price by, let's say, 50 cedis. The next reduction shouldn't be 50 cedis. The next reduction should be 30 cedis. That is after an extended conversation with the customer. And so you bring it down from 50, then you go down to 30. Okay. The likelihood that you can even sell it for 520 is high because you have done 2 concessions. Okay. And if the customer too keeps coming up, maybe the customer wanted to buy it for 400. Okay. And so when you bring it from 600 to 550, and the customer also goes up and say, okay, you know what? Let me pay 450 for it. So now the difference is you are offering 550 and the customer is offering 450. You can try one more approach by reducing it by 30 cedis. And so you bring it down from 450 to what? 420. From 550 to 520. Now the customer would also be forced to meet you halfway. It is likely the customer can pay 520 for that particular product, but in situations where that is not possible, then you reduce it by another 20 cedis. And that comes down to 500 cedis. And so it is likely the customer will go for paying 500 cedis and might have even built a good relationship with you because of the negotiation that happened on the spot with you. And so that particular customer would see that you have considered 3 times. And that is because you wanted to create a relationship with that particular customer. Now, when that customer leaves, they will talk about your business to other customers. And that is word of mouth. So when you have a very rough patch or a rough conversation with a particular customer, and even if they buy the thing from you or they patronize your service and leave, they will definitely go and give bad word of mouth about your business. And so it becomes difficult to grow your business. And in business, acquiring new customers are much more expensive than having old customers that come to buy from it. That is repeat customers. You can't be spending time looking for new customers all the time as a business owner. It is getting referral from people that actually helps to make your business stay afloat. Okay, and so please and please do not reduce your price steadily or concede quickly when you are negotiating, but it is important to sequentially do it from 50 to 30 or 20, whichever means gives you more room to show to the customer that you're actually conceding or you are actually doing more to make sure that the customer buys from you. Okay, so it is very, very key. I'm getting to the last bit of my presentation, and I should hope that your questions are ready so that we can make this more engaging. We can make this more, friendly with each other. I've been talking and I see myself alone. And so please get your questions ready and let's have a conversation around that. To the last bit, always remember, always, in dealing with tough customers, creativity is a better way of doing business. And so there is no standard way to say for every customer, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Understand the customer that you're dealing with, first of all, through the conversation that you're having with them. And from there, you get creative with the negotiation that you're having. Okay. Okay, question time. Yes, Joel.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, yes, Joel, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Thank you for the presentation. It's very impactful. However, my question is, can you ask a customer in the process of negotiation what is our budget is for that, for a particular service you want to offer or a product?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Yes, you can. You can ask, but that shouldn't be the first question that you ask when you're having a conversation with a customer. Okay. Usually, customers can set a budget for a particular product, but they actually don't know enough about the products that they are going for and the value that that offers. And so, in line with the conversation with them, when you're talking to them, you're actually going to educate them and then realize that, okay, this product actually does more than what I thought I could pay for. And so that scenario of educating that customer makes the customer realize that, okay, this is actually more value than I'm actually thinking of buying for. And so let me increase my budget and pay for it since I'm getting more value for money. Okay, so you can ask, but that is after you've engaged the customer, explain what the product can do to them, and the customer is actually, excited about it, and then you ask their budget. Okay, it can change their budget, and they could go ahead paying for it more. Okay, does that answer your question, Joel? Okay. Please bring your questions.
Hello, please, can I chime in with my question now?
Yes, please. That's Hida,
Okay.
right?
Yes, please, that's Hida.
Yes, Hida, please,
okay, yes. So I think I had a bad negotiation not long ago, about 2-3 days ago. But from your presentation, I see I was in a hurry, and I also asked a yes or no question. And after the answer no, I didn't know how to punch in anymore. But this is a client I would really, really, really want to have on board. So should I wait a while and then go back, or can I just call tomorrow and say, would you mind giving me, getting me a time so we could talk again? What should I do? What would be ideal, please?
That's a very good question, Hida, and I'm really excited that you asked. So sometimes we all make mistakes, and that is fine. And so finding a way to correct that mistake and see if there's room to do business is key. And so what I would suggest you do is that you call the customer and go like, hey, you know what? I think we started off on the wrong foot, and I was in a bad, situation, and so I wasn't well prepared to have a conversation. And so I'm sorry. Is there any chance that we can go back to the drawing board, back to the table, and get to understand what you need so that I can quickly offer that particular service or product to you if you've not actually gotten it yet? And of course, I am willing to make things go as smoothly as possible with you. So the key thing is to try to bring back that rapport with that particular customer, and then from there you build on it. Okay, because it doesn't make you it doesn't make the customer focus on the fact that, okay, this is what happened, but the customer actually rethinks, okay, you are really interested in making sure the business goes forward or the transaction happens. And so ego aside, you're interested in making sure that you deliver and supply. It is important to reconcile with customers, because the key thing, as I said, is that the customer might go ahead and tell their friends about that particular experience with you. And so it is important to make sure that that word of mouth does not go out there. And so reach out to that particular customer, see how best you can make amends or reconcile, and then you carry the business. We've had that situation a lot. We've had users that are really pissed or upset about a certain feature not working for them in the app. And so most of the time we call in and we take the fault. We go like, we are sincerely sorry. about this. It shouldn't have happened. I'm really interested in seeing how best I can resolve these issues for you as quickly as possible so that you can have the best experience ever. Once more, I apologize. And quickly, business commences. And I must confess here, these users actually end up staying longer, and they are one of our highest paying subscribers and longest subscribers also on the app. Okay, so give it a try, and I'm hoping it works. And then please do feel free to reach out to us. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
We can take another question, and then anyone that wants their question answered should go ahead, download the app. Paul is on the call. Paul is our marketing lead. He has information as to what links that you can click to join so that you can get more of this information, more of this education, more of this insight to actually power up your skill as a business owner to grow. Okay, so please, let's take one more question since it is 7 o'clock, so that we can close. Hello. Okay, Jane, are you on the call?
Please, can I ask one last one before?
Yes, please, you can go ahead with that.
Sometimes you meet clients who are very intimidating. I mean, the way you get to the office and they are even seated in their chairs alone makes you feel like a nobody. Are there techniques or things you can do to help you psych up when you face people like that? There are some people, even their voice alone makes you feel like a nobody. I don't know if you've experienced that before, but I've had that a couple of times, and it just makes you shrink into nothing and you forget everything you even wanted to say. I mean, from the word go. Thank you.
Okay. So you see, one of the things is frame of mind. Okay. So definitely they are a human being, and so whatever they are, they're not going to kill you. They're not going to cut your head off. They're just human beings who have needs and wants. And
Yeah.
you are just there to offer them that solution. Okay, you are just there to offer them that solution. There's nothing else that you can do to hurt them. So you are just there to talk about your product, and if they are interested, they will go for it. And so managing your state of mind is key, because look, as a business owner, you have to be hungry. If you don't sell, you go hungry. And so when you see people like that, actually it's a good opportunity, because the minute you sell to them, you penetrate into their cycle of friends. You penetrate into their network. They will actually communicate about your product to their friends and family, and then it opens another level of customers for you. And so that is the moment you should be excited. Okay, it should be a moment, that could be a cocoa season. So it should be a moment for you to be excited that you're actually going to kill this deal with this big time guy that is right in front of you. And so managing your state of mind is key. So first of all, the most important thing is make a pitch. When you meet guys like this, they are not interested in, my name is Prince and I sell a product. It is, no, you're wasting your time. You're not serious. Make a pitch and stick to that pitch. Go straight. My name is Prince and I run this company. We are into this particular product. I would like to have a piece of your time or 2 minutes of your time to explain what it does for you. Don't even wait. Go straight to the point. You know, sell it to them. Okay. And just make sure that they understand what you're selling to them. Okay. So Hida, please, your state of mind is very, very key. They are a human being. What I like to do too is that sometimes I talk to people that are very big, and then I forget that I am very small. Does that help?
I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've passed 7. This presentation focuses on the business owner and the customer. So we are focusing mostly on you as the business owner. There is another side to it, that is the customer talking to the business owner. And so if management is okay with it, we'll see how best we can make a series out of this, where in this case, we will take the perspective of the customer talking to another business owner. So it's like you, the business owner, talking to a supplier. How do you have that conversation and negotiate so that you can win as a customer dealing with a vendor or a supplier? And so let's see, who knows? You know, there are a lot of surprises, good surprises. And so we are hoping that you've benefited from this session. And if you have any questions, do go ahead, download the app, and then communicate with Coach. We'll be excited to have more time with you to discuss this further. Paul, you can jump in now and talk about the different links that they can go to be able to get access to some of these educational materials.
Thank you so much, Prince. Prince, can you hear me? Yeah,
yes, I can hear you, Paul.
So great. I'm sure we're going to have a part 2 of this, definitely. So please, everyone online, get ready. We're going to have a part 2 of this. This is hot from the heart. Great nuggets, great principles, great instructions there. So we're going to be looking forward to the second part of this because it's going to help all of us to do our business right. If you go through the chat session, you will see the link, the video recording, and the PowerPoint will be available for us to download in the group that is in the chat session. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us today. If you've not downloaded the app, like Prince keeps saying, please make sure that you do that right away. And then if you have any question, there will be a coach very close to you just by your hand on the app to be able to take you through all that you need. All right. Oh, you don't know about OZÉ app. Somebody's asking which app. OZÉ app. All right. One of my colleagues is going to paste the link to download the app right away for you now in the comment section. The name of the app is OZÉ app. If you go to your Play Store, you can see the app. I just typed great. So you have the link there. So please go ahead and download it. And thank you so much all for coming tonight. And by next month, that will be August 25, we're going to be having another workshop. It's always free. Tell business people this is free, this is helpful, this is helping people grow their business, this is helping people becoming profitable. And then I'll see you. We'll pass the information across to you definitely through the same means. If you're on our WhatsApp group, we'll chat to you. If you're in the Facebook group, we'll let you know about it. So by every means that we have, we'll make sure that you're informed. Thank you so much for tonight. And please, can we give thumb up to Prince?